March 17, 2024, 14:23 hours, Road T-0504 between Avdiivka and Ocheretine, Donetsk Oblast. Russian mechanized column advances, 73 vehicles, 41 tanks, 19 infantry fighting vehicles, 13 support vehicles. Estimated personnel, 480 soldiers. Objective, breakthrough toward Ukrainian defensive positions. In 42 minutes, this becomes the largest single-day tank loss since the Battle of Kursk. This is Military Front, where we analyze the operations that redefine mechanized warfare. The Russian plan looked solid on paper. Massed armor assault, overwhelming firepower, rapid penetration, classic Soviet doctrine updated for modern battlefield, battalion tactical group formation, T-90M and T-72B3 tanks leading, BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicles providing support, TOS-1A thermobaric systems for bunker destruction, self-propelled artillery following, command and control vehicles coordinating movement, ammunition trucks resupplying, medical evacuation capability, everything prepared for major offensive operation. They ignored three critical factors. Ukrainian reconnaissance drones watched constantly. Western satellite intelligence tracked convoy assembly. NATO artillery crews prepared kill zones along the entire route. The Russians drove straight into meticulously planned death trap. Ukrainian preparations began 72 hours earlier. Military intelligence detected unusual Russian vehicle concentration near Horlivka. Thermal imaging revealed maintenance operations on 50-plus armored vehicles. Communications intercepts confirmed major operation planning. U.S. satellites provided high-resolution imagery showing exact vehicle types and positions. The Ukrainians knew what was coming, when it was coming, and where it was going. Which defensive system proved most lethal in this engagement? A. Artillery. B. Anti-tank missiles. C. Minefields? Your tactical assessment in comments? Ukrainian defensive commander made critical decisions. First, allow the convoy to advance deep into prepared territory. No early engagement. Let them commit fully. Second, establish overlapping fields of fire from concealed positions. Third, coordinate simultaneous strikes from multiple weapon systems. Fourth, cut escape routes before primary engagement begins. Fifth, prepare ammunition reserves for sustained bombardment. The kill zone spanned 6 kilometers of rural highway. Ukrainian forces positioned as follows. 3 M777 150mm howitzer batteries, 12 guns total, pre-registered on specific road coordinates. 2 HIMARS launchers with M30A1 alternative warhead rockets, 70,000 tungsten fragments per rocket. 5 Javelin anti-tank teams positioned in tree lines. 4 TOW missile systems, covering highway approaches. Extensive anti-tank minefields blocking side roads. Engineer units prepared bridge demolitions. Drone operators providing real-time targeting data. Total Ukrainian forces? Approximately 230 personnel, against Russian force of 480. But in modern warfare, preparation and positioning defeat numbers. The Russian column departed staging area at 13:47 hours. Standard movement formation. Reconnaissance vehicles leading. Main battle tanks following. Infantry fighting vehicles protecting flanks. Support vehicles in rear. Spacing between vehicles. 40 to 60 meters. Textbook Soviet doctrine. The problem? Ukrainian forces studied that exact textbook. Stay with me. The next 38 minutes demonstrate why combined arms coordination destroys traditional armored assaults, and why Western training revolutionized Ukrainian defensive operations. At 14:11 hours, lead Russian reconnaissance vehicles passed checkpoint Alpha, Ukrainian forward observation post. Drone operators track convoy movement precisely. Artillery batteries receive updated targeting coordinates. Javelin teams confirm visual acquisition. HIMARS launchers input fire missions. Everyone waits for command authorization. The Russian column continues advancing. Commanders confident. They drove this route before without incident. No engagement yet means no Ukrainian presence. Fatal assumption. The Ukrainians weren't absent. They were disciplined. 14-18 hours. Lead vehicles reach checkpoint Bravo, middle of kill zone. The convoy stretches across 4.2 kilometers of highway. Perfect target distribution. Ukrainian commander gives engagement order, execute Operation Hammer. Simultaneously across 6 kilometers. HIMARS launches 2 M30A1 rockets. Flight time to target 91 seconds. Each rocket contains 70,000 pre-formed tungsten fragments designed to shred soft targets. Target priority: infantry fighting vehicles and support trucks. M777 howitzers open fire, 12 guns firing in coordinated battery salvos. Target coordinates pre-programmed. First volley, high explosive rounds against tank concentrations. Firing rate, 4 rounds per minute per gun. That's 48 155mm shells impacting every 60 seconds. Engineering units day? Onate bridge charges 3 kilometers behind the convoy. Primary escape route destroyed. Secondary roads already mined. The Russians have nowhere to run. 14-19-32. First HIMARS rocket detonates above BMP column. 70,000 tungsten fragments rain down at supersonic velocity. The fragments penetrate thin armor on vehicle tops. Infantry fighting vehicles weren't designed to resist top attack fragmentation. 4 BMPs shredded instantly. Crews killed. Embarked infantry casualties. 37 soldiers dead or wounded in 2 seconds. 14-19-34. Second HIMARS rocket strike support vehicle section. Ammunition trucks explode. Chain reaction through fuel tankers. Massive fireball consumes 12 vehicles. Detonations ripple through convoy rear. Secondary explosions as artillery ammunition cooks off. The entire rear third of the convoy ceases to exist as combat effective force. 14-19-41. M777 artillery shells begin impacting. First salvo targets densest tank concentration. 9 T-90M Pro-Rive tanks advancing in wedge formation. Modern Russian armor. Reactive armor panels. Active protection systems. Sophisticated defenses. But they're buttoned up, moving slowly on narrow highway, unable to maneuver effectively. The 155mm shells airburst above them. Fragmentation shreds external equipment. Antennas destroyed. Optics damaged. Reactive armor panels detonated prematurely. How many Russian tanks ultimately destroyed in this ambush? A. 27B, 38C, 51? Answer revealed at end. The Russian column attempts defensive response. Tank commanders order dispersion. But there's nowhere to go. Highway shoulders mined. Agricultural fields too soft for heavy armor. Ditches too deep. They're trapped on the road. Some tanks try reversing. Collision with vehicles behind. Others attempt off-road movement. 3 T-72 tanks immediately bog down in muddy fields. Crews abandon vehicles. Ukrainian Javelin teams engage. Top attack profile. The missiles arc high, then dive onto tank roofs. The thinnest armor point. Modern fire control systems lock thermal signatures. Maximum effective range, 2,500 meters. The Javelin operators fire from concealed positions Russian tankers can't even see. 14-21-03, first Javelin impacts T-90M. The tandem warhead penetrates roof armor. Explosion inside crew compartment. Ammunition autoloader detonates. Turret blown completely off the hull. 47 tons of steel transformed into scrap metal in 0.3 seconds. 3 crew members killed instantly. 14-21-17. 3 more Javelins strike simultaneously. 3 more T-Series tanks destroyed. Catastrophic kills. Ammunition detonations. Crews had no chance for escape. Tau missile teams engage BMPs attempting to flank through tree lines. Wire-guided precision allows operators to direct missiles onto moving targets. The BMP's lighter armor provides minimal protection against Tau's shaped charge warheads. 5 BMPs destroyed in 90 seconds. Infantry dismounts and attempts escape on foot. They run directly into pre-registered mortar fire zones. Artillery shifts from air bursts to direct impact rounds. High explosive shells crater the highway. Mobility kills on tanks unable to maneuver around impact craters. Damaged suspension systems. Thrown tracks. Destroyed road wheels. Even undamaged tanks become immobilized by terrain destruction. This is military front. Real tactics, real consequences, real revolution in defensive warfare doctrine. The Russian tactical situation deteriorates catastrophically. Convoy front third blocked by destroyed bridges ahead. Rear third consumed by fuel and ammunition fires. Middle section under sustained artillery bombardment. Air support unavailable. Ukrainian air defenses control local airspace. Artillery counter-battery fire impossible. Ukrainian guns positioned beyond Russian artillery range. Medical evacuation unfeasible. Helicopters can't land under fire. The convoy is doomed. Better defensive strategy? Static positions or mobile defense? Comment S for static or M for mobile. Russian company commanders attempt local counterattacks. Infantry dismounts from surviving BMPs. Attempted assault towards suspected Ukrainian positions. They advance directly into prepared machine gun fields of fire. Ukrainian infantry, equipped with NATO-standard small arms and training, maintain fire discipline. Measured bursts, aimed shots, conservation of ammunition, maximum effectiveness. The Russian infantry assault collapses within minutes, casualties mounting. No supporting fires, no armor support, no clear targets. They fall back to surviving vehicles. Many don't make it. Ukrainian designated marksman teams equipped with precision rifles eliminate Russian officers identified by radio antennas and map cases. 1434 hours. Artillery bombardment intensifies. Ukrainian battery commanders observe drone footage showing convoy paralysis. They increase fire rates. Sustained bombardment prevents Russian recovery operations, prevents damage assessment, prevents organized retreat. Every attempt to move draws immediate artillery response. The Russians endure pure hell. TOS-1A thermobaric systems, Russia's most fearsome area denial weapons, never fire a single rocket. The launch vehicles immobilized by highway destruction. Crews abandon systems, too vulnerable to remain. Ukraine captures 3 TOS-1A launchers intact following battle. Intelligence windfall. Complete operational evaluation of Russian thermobaric capabilities. If you believe artillery remains the king of battle in modern warfare, type military front in the comments. Russian command attempts helicopter evacuation of critical casualties. 2 Mi-8 transport helicopters approach at low altitude. Ukrainian Stinger teams engage immediately. 1 helicopter destroyed. Direct hit. 9 personnel killed. 2nd helicopter damaged, forced to crash land 4 kilometers away. 6 crew members and 4 wounded soldiers captured by Ukrainian forces. Total Russian losses mounting. 38 main battle tanks destroyed or abandoned. 17 infantry fighting vehicles destroyed. 11 support vehicles destroyed. 8 additional vehicles damaged beyond recovery. Total vehicle losses: 74 of 73 original vehicles, 1 recovery vehicle destroyed while attempting salvage. Personnel casualties: 163 confirmed killed, 97 wounded, 42 captured. 3 TOS-1A thermobaric launchers captured intact. 2 T-90M tanks recovered undamaged after crews fled. Estimated monetary losses: each T-90M valued at $4.5 million, each T-72B3 valued at $2.1 million, each BMP-3 valued at $1.8 million, TOS-1A systems valued at $6.2 million each. Total equipment losses exceed $180 million, not accounting for ammunition expenditure, operational disruption, and personnel training replacement costs. Ukrainian casualties: 4 soldiers wounded by indirect Russian fire, 2 M777 howitzers damaged by Russian counter-battery fire that arrived 47 minutes too late, 0 fatalities. Cost exchange ratio: approximately $2,500 1 in Ukraine's favor. What would Russian doctrine recommend differently? Comment your tactical analysis and share with someone studying mechanized warfare. The engagement demonstrates multiple tactical lessons. First, reconnaissance and surveillance dominate modern battlefields. Ukrainian drone coverage provided complete enemy force tracking. Russians operated essentially blind against transparent enemy awareness. Second, precision fires defeat massed formations. The era of armored spearheads overwhelming defenses through shock and mass has ended. Precision-guided munitions identify and destroy individual vehicles faster than crews can react. Third, combined arms integration requires more than physical proximity. Russian tanks, infantry, artillery, and air support never coordinated effectively. Ukrainian defenders synchronized multiple weapon systems against specific targets in real time. Coordination defeated individual capability. Fourth, terrain preparation multiplies defensive effectiveness. The Ukrainians transformed ordinary highway into elaborate kill zone through mine placement, bridge demolitions, and pre-registered fire coordinates. Fifth, Western military aid and training created qualitative combat advantage. M777 howitzers provided superior range and accuracy versus Russian artillery. HIMARS enabled precision strikes impossible with traditional rocket systems. Javelin missiles guaranteed kills against latest Russian armor, but equipment alone didn't win this battle. NATO provided tactical training taught Ukrainian crews to employ these systems with devastating effectiveness. The operation validated specific Western doctrines: U.S. Army concept of multi-domain operations, simultaneous engagement across multiple warfare dimensions, proved devastatingly effective when properly implemented. British Army emphasis on strike-hold exploit allowed outnumbered defenders to paralyze larger force. German combined arms coordination principles enabled diverse weapon systems to function as unified killing mechanism. Ukraine received approximately $340 million in military aid directly relevant to this engagement. M777 howitzers, 8 batteries delivered between July 2022 and January 2024. HIMARS systems, 18 launchers operational by March 2024. Javelin missiles, estimated 7,000 units transferred. Artillery ammunition, substantial stocks of NATO standard 155mm shells. Training programs, approximately 2,000 Ukrainian artillery personnel trained at Western facilities. Return on Western investment: $340 million in equipment and training destroyed $180 million in Russian armor while protecting Ukrainian territory and preventing Russian breakthrough that could have collapsed defensive line. Strategic value: incalculable. This engagement convinced Russian command that massed armored assaults were no longer viable. Forced doctrinal revision toward more cautious, limited objective operations. 3 weeks after the ambush, Russian forces attempted similar convoy advance near Robotine. They employed different tactics: smaller groups, greater spacing, better reconnaissance, enhanced air defense, immediate halt upon contact. The result? still defeated, but with reduced losses. 14 vehicles destroyed versus 74. Ukrainian defenders adapted too. The chess match continues. This is military front because preparation defeats improvisation and tactical evolution never stops. Post-battle analysis revealed additional details. Ukrainian military intelligence penetrated Russian communications network before the operation. They knew exact departure time, route, and objectives. Russian operational security failures provided Ukraine decisive information advantage. The convoy commander's cell phone signals were tracked, his tactical communications were intercepted, his predictable patterns were exploited. Russian after-action reports subsequently leaked, identified 12 critical failures. 1. Inadequate reconnaissance, no proper route clearance. 2. Insufficient air defense. Ukrainian drones operated freely. 3. Predictable tactics, standard Soviet doctrine without adaptation. 4. Poor communication security, Ukrainians intercepted planning discussions. 5. Absence of counter-battery radar, could not locate Ukrainian artillery. 6. Inadequate electronic warfare support, no jamming of Ukrainian communications. 7. Over-reliance on armor, infantry support insufficient. 8. Failure to secure flanks, tree lines remained uncleared. 9. No contingency planning, single route with no alternatives. 10. Inadequate medical support, evacuation capabilities overwhelmed. 11. Command rigidity, battalion commander unable to adapt under fire. 12. Underestimating enemy capability, assumed Ukrainians couldn't execute complex operations. Every single failure was predictable. Every single failure was avoidable. The Russians paid for institutional arrogance with catastrophic defeat. Ukrainian tactical innovation deserves emphasis. They didn't simply copy Western doctrine, they adapted it for specific circumstances. Limited artillery ammunition required maximum efficiency. Each shell had to count. Precision fires maximized effect per round expended. Drone coordination ensured artillery didn't waste ammunition on already destroyed targets or miss mobile threats. Real-time battle damage assessment enabled immediate fire adjustment. The victory created psychological impact beyond material destruction. Russian armor crews lost confidence in their vehicles' protection. If T-90M tanks, Russia's most advanced armor, died this easily, what chance did older T-72s have? Morale across Russian armored units collapsed. Recruitment for tank crews became increasingly difficult. Experienced crews requested transfers to infantry or artillery. Nobody wanted to crew a metal coffin. Quiz answer: B. 38 tanks destroyed completely. An additional 6 tanks damaged beyond field repair. 3 tanks captured intact after crews abandoned them. 2 tanks recovered by Ukrainians and subsequently put into service after minimal repairs. Total Russian tank losses from 73 vehicle convoy. 49 tanks removed from Russian order of battle. Ukrainian forces gained 2 operational T-90M tanks. Complete strategic reversal. 3 essential questions. Was Ukraine's decision to allow deep penetration before engagement the correct tactical choice? Earlier engagement might have prevented full convoy exposure but could have allowed partial retreat. Deep penetration ensured maximum destruction but risked Ukrainian position revelation. The results speak clearly. Total convoy annihilation justified the risk. Alternative approaches might have achieved partial success. Ukrainian commanders chose complete victory over safe options. Could Russian forces have prevented this disaster through different tactics? Absolutely. Proper reconnaissance would have revealed kill zone preparation, better route selection avoiding obvious choke points, smaller unit movements less vulnerable to massed fires, enhanced electronic warfare to disrupt Ukrainian coordination, adequate air defense to suppress Ukrainian drones, combined arms integration allowing infantry to clear suspected positions before armor committed. The tactical failures were entirely preventable through basic professional military competence. What would you have modified commanding either force? Ukrainian improvements to guarantee even higher kill ratios? Russian defensive measures to enable survival or retreat? Modern military operations allow minimal margin for error. Comment your tactical solutions and tag someone studying armored warfare doctrine. Subscribe to Military Front, because understanding mechanized warfare requires analyzing the battles that prove armor alone cannot overcome prepared defenses, precision fires, and tactical excellence. The highway between Avdiivka and Ocheretine remains scarred. Blast craters dot the road. Burned-out vehicle hulls rust in adjacent fields. Local farmers occasionally discover unexploded ordnance. The Ukrainian government declared this site a military cemetery. Plaques commemorate the defense, not glorifying war, remembering that tactical professionalism, allied support, and desperate courage can defeat overwhelming force when properly applied. Stay vigilant. Modern warfare rewards the prepared and punishes the predictable.